Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm gonna just be doing a huge rant on school, in my opinion. Just everything that's probably happened to me that I don't think is right or think it should be changed. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through random order, whatever comes to my mind first, because I got a lot to say, and I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but it's gonna be pretty decent. Probably more than 10 minutes. But, okay, so let's start from today. So today, basically, I have second hour multimedia. It's basically a computer class, but it's not really like what you would expect out of a computer class. It's kind of like we're dealing with like Photoshop and stuff. But today we had a sub, and so she's like a hick, so she listens to like a lot of country music. And recently, these kids in our class found out this music website that could like play all their favorite music. And so all we hear every day in that class is at least 6 songs playing at the same freaking time. And it's so annoying. But no, when we comment on that, we get in trouble. No. When I seriously commented on that, they said they're working on something. Really? Look around. Look at their monitors. They're just listening to the song and playing games. Seems legit. Seems like they're working on something. So today, since everybody was playing, I couldn't concentrate. So I just started talking to my friend. And so she's all listening to country music because she likes it. Yeah, like this. And then she walks over to us. But nobody else, get this, nobody else is working. They're just listening to music. We get in trouble. We're sitting there talking and typing. We're doing what we're supposed to be doing. And no, we say one word to each other, we get in trouble. And no, okay, so we did it again. We got in trouble again. So she sits there behind me for like 5 minutes watching every move that I make. Like I could move a hand, she's like, what are you doing? I could be like that. And, so then she sits right by my friend because that's where the teacher sits. She sits right there for at least 20 minutes just staring at us. Staring at what we're doing while she's completely oblivious to everything going around us. Now, what's that? Really? Come on. Just because you like the music doesn't mean you have to like say, oh, they're my favorite students, you know, they're playing my favorite song on the radio. You know, kick up the music, everyone. You know, we're supposed to be doing something that takes a lot of focus, but no, keep turning up the music. No, that's how it was today. And probably the most, oh my god, middle school is so stupid. High school, I don't know about yet, but the high school sounds like it makes a lot more sense than middle school does. Middle school is basically, you get work, you do it for one day, and then you completely drop it for the rest of the year. That's how middle school works. You do a huge assignment over it, you do a huge test over it, and you never talk about it again. And in high school, you don't talk about these things that we do. We don't use these things. Coming to my next point, which everybody can think of, which is pretty obvious. When are we going to use half of this stuff in our lifetime? Seriously, some kid the other day in pre-algebra asked, I got a lot to say about pre-algebra, but some kid asked, what are we going to use this stuff for? So he's like, I don't know, well, it depends on where you end up. He said, no job that I'm going to have is going to use any of this. And it's just a bunch of random letters and numbers mixed together, pretty much. So, yeah, they're bringing letters into this stuff. You know, I've already learned this. You know, I've learned it at least 20 times. So, they're running out of material. They cannot think of new material to teach. So they consistently, they teach the same stuff, but every time to call it a different thing, they add a little twist to it, you know. So there's always something that's missing, that we have to know, that it was just dreadful if we do not know this. We will die if we do not know this. But, okay, so the next day we walk into pre-algebra. This was after that she asked a question. So he was like, to that student, he's talking to her out loud, and he's like, I found a list of jobs that you would use stuff like this in. And it was just a bunch of jobs that sounded like nothing we've ever heard of before. It was probably the weirdest conversation I've had of yet. It was just like these long words, basically fancy words for saying you failed in school. And most of them were something nothing of the kids were shooting to go at. I'm putting my chair down. But none of us were trying to get to. None of us wanted to be any of those things, and none of us know we will be any of those things. And if there is some kids that want to be something like that, put them in a different school. Put them in a different class. They should put school as of what you want to do for a career. Give us a little time to think about what we want to do for our career, and then put us in a specific class for that. I know it's asking quite a bit of classes, because there's quite a bit of jobs. But you could organize this. But no, that's just too complicated for schools. No, that's just too hard. It's impossible. In my school, okay, so I only go to schools 4 days a week. Huh, you think I'm lucky? No, I'm really not. We only do this because it was due to budget cuts, and, it means twice as much homework, because they have to get a lot more work done. So, yeah, see what I did there with work? More like a bowl, but, it's just, oh my god. We literally, class starts at 8 o'clock. We gotta be there, like, 7:45, whatever, but we get out of school at 3:42. I've talked to other people about when they get out of school. They said, oh, we get out like 2:30, we start at like 8:30, we got 2 o'clock. I'm like, and you think we have it rough? We get 1 extra day. 1. And that's junk loads of freaking homework. I can make a pile of work I've done in the past 2 months. Just 2 months of being in school. Just a little over 2 months, I have probably the freaking stack this big of homework. Just homework. It's insane. No, it's not. They try to brainwash you to do homework. They say homework is the most important thing. You need practice. They're basically taking up at least 7 or 8 hours of your day and then giving you other things to do while you're at home, worrying about everything at home. So you must do this at home. They only give us like a 20-minute advisory at the end of the day, and they don't have advisories. Yeah, get this. So they try to make it all fun and games. You can go to the gym, you can go to the computer lab. If you have a bad grade, you have to go to advisory. But if you have a good grade and you finish up some work, they're really not happy that you're there. They really want you to leave. I've tried to go into places unless I have to finish work in advisory. They drastically hate it that you're in there. They just hate it. They can't stand that you're there. They don't even understand the concept of why you are there. You said, you're supposed to be going having fun. What if I want to get my work done? What if I have other things to do? What about that? Yeah, I gotta check something. Okay, I'm good. Never mind. Okay, back on topic. I just didn't want to make sure the sunlight was glaring, so I would have to restart the video. But, that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. But pre-algebra, coming back to that, oh my god, it is horrible. My teacher is one of those people that if somebody talks, he will sit there and wait like this. Until, the kids get a clue of what he's trying to set off. And no kids understand that. No one does. So, he can sit there for 15 minutes with people just straight talking and would know what they're doing. He'd be completely oblivious. Everybody would be oblivious of him because they're so caught up, and he won't do anything about it. He might raise his voice to him about it, hey, stop talking, kind of thing. But no, he won't yell. He said, why don't you just enforce yourself and maybe you would be treated with a little more respect. But no. He has to say, well, getting mad, there's no point in getting mad. There's no point. Yeah, I understand if you don't want to get mad, but you're going to have to if you want to get on with class, or you really obviously don't care about your job. And at most schools, the teachers do not care about you. He even said, our algebra teacher, he's just doing his job. He obviously said, he's basically saying he doesn't care where we end up. He's just trying to make money. He's just doing what he was trained to do. He just does what he's supposed to do. He doesn't really care about the students. He's such a, oh my God, he is probably the boringest person ever. He does not socialize with his students at all. And maybe they would take a little more respect if you were a little more, like, halfway decent to being nice to the kids that even try to learn in that class. Nobody tries to learn because nobody cares about him. Everybody's so mean to him, and he's so mean back. He has his little outbursts at times, but no, that's just occasionally. I get sick of hearing the same thing and just stopping class because one kid is talking to another. He won't send anybody to the office either. He'll just stand him out in the hallway, prove his point to the kid of what he's trying to do. He's not gonna, raise his voice or be mad at him. He even tells him he's not mad at him. If you would tell him you're mad at him, raise your voice, get in their face a little bit, which doesn't really matter because they need it, as the people freaking yelling at him for the stupidest reasons. It's just ridiculous. If you would enforce yourself, you would simply do the obvious. This class would be so much better. Because I'm stuck with most of the people that really don't care about school. And they say, the people that don't care about school, they even say it to the teachers. They say, oh, education's a privilege. You should take it as a privilege. It's really not a privilege. It takes up your whole life. And half the education we don't use is a waste of our time. School is a waste of my time. Now, I'm a straight A and B student. But no, that's just not good enough. You have to be extremely good. You have to be out of this planet smart to be recognized anywhere. It's just ridiculous. I work so much harder than some people. They get recognized for nothing. Absolutely nothing. Maybe they'll do a little better than me because they're faster than I am. They pick up things faster. When I ask a question, it doesn't matter to teachers. It doesn't matter. I try to ask a teacher a question. I'm almost scared to ask a teacher a question because they don't want to answer it. Half the teachers say no. I don't really want to answer questions, so they don't bring up the whole questionnaire thing. This isn't Jeopardy, they would say. No, well, they wouldn't say that, but still, it acts like that. It's like that. I could go on and on about school. It's just, people do not care about you. They do not care. And there's always those couple kids that just gotta make your day so much worse. There's always those kids. There's this one kind of slow kid in our grade, and he coughs about 24/7 for about the past 3 years. And it's gotten to the point where most people can't take it, which I completely understand. So he sits behind me, he does the weirdest coughs. It's obviously fake, because he gets no attention in his life. He's a foster kid, and no one likes him because he does the stupidest crap. He has not grown up yet because he's slow. No one understands that. No one takes that into hand. They think he's a normal kid, but he's just retarded. Because everybody says that. Everybody hates him. I give the kid a chance if he would actually be reasonable about it. He hates everyone because he thinks everyone hates him, which, well, most people do, but I wouldn't hate him. I'm willing to be friends with everyone I possibly can. But no, there's always those kids that think they're so good that they don't have to go to school. They think they're going to end up taking a job. You know, they're going to be super successful in their life because they're pretty, or, you know, they have potential in sports. You know, most people can make a job off sports. I'm not being, that's the whole pretty thing, I'm not trying to be mean, but still. To the people watching this that are in my school, which I know who they already are. But, you know, some people make careers off sports, yeah. But those people are extremely dedicated to those sports, which the kids at my school don't care. They're dedicated to them as a child. They won't carry it out through their life. That's why I say you're just wasting your time. I'm wasting my time here, for God's sake. Well, not making the video, but in school. I was so pumped to make this video. I was thinking about this all day. Just getting this stuff off my chest and talking to someone about this. I can't talk to my parents. They don't listen. They don't care. They think... Sorry, I heard the water running. But they don't care. They really don't. But... Oh, man, what... Let's think of something else. I don't know what this Prop B thing is that's going around. I've seen all the advertisements. Well, it's about... I was actually excited for it. But seeing the things, and I've heard the things, I don't really know much about it, but I'm just going to go by what I know. They're going to make smaller classrooms and more teachers. But I've seen a lot of signs around town saying, say no to Prop B because it's like a 75% tax increase. See, this isn't free. There's obviously teachers that need jobs. There's so many teachers that need jobs. But no, I can understand if you need more money to pay your teachers. A 75 tax increase, I don't know if that's true, but that's ridiculous. Even if I buy a $60 game, I looked at the receipt. The tax is $3. You know what that would be? That'd be more than $7 on something $60. You're already paying a ridiculous amount for something. Could you imagine that on gas prices? Oh my God, that's ridiculous. And I'm getting off track by doing this, but that irritates me. The tax is already ridiculous enough. If I want to go to McDonald's, I look at the receipt, and half at the time, it's over 60 cents. Why can't it just be normal amount? I don't know when this tax thing came into play, but I'm too young to know about that. But getting back with school, our school is ridiculously small. And not small in students. Yeah, it's small in students, but the elementary, most people have, their middle school and high school like separated. Everything's separated in some districts, or even the high school and the middle school together, because that makes more sense. So what they did for the middle school is they gave us these 2 hallways, and half of it is the lunchroom, because the kids, when I'm in science, I can hear kids eating at lunch, and it's ridiculous, because I can't concentrate at that. What? It's just 2 hallways, and half the lockers is taken up by doors. I mean, not half the lockers, half the hallways are taken up by doors to classrooms, and freaking lockers. Left side, right side. Lockers, doors. It's ridiculous. So, when you first walk down this first hallway, it's straight. So, there's the art room, and then it's straight down hallway. There's 1 classroom and a bathroom on the first hallway, because it's taken up by all the lockers. On the second hallway, oh my God, it's a little bit bigger! But, oh my God, it's taken up by, during lunch, when lunch comes around and people are trying to get there first, you can't even move through that hallway. There's been so many freaking... I've had so many people shove me and try to get there first. And, don't even get me started on the lunch lines. Oh my God. People, one day, I was at like the very front of the line. And some kid was like, oh, come ahead, come on, everybody, get in front of me. And this happens every single day. Some kid lets their friend in front of them. And that friend lets her friend in front. And then it's a non-growing cycle. It never ends. It keeps going. This cycle will never stop until there's like at least 30 kids that weren't there that are there. Eventually I started doing it because I was getting sick of kids doing it. My God, I didn't, that day, I was like this, at least the 10th person in line. I didn't get my food to one of the last 10 people. I was the last, like, 8th person to get my food. I didn't even get my choice because everybody cuts in front of you. Because they don't care. They don't give a crap. They just want to get their food, not being courteous to the people who were already there. No, it doesn't work that way to them. Oh my God, it's ridiculous. This is just making me so mad. Just bringing all this stuff back. Okay, let's just start from the beginning, actually. Beginning, when I came into kindergarten, they tell you the world is a wonderful place. Oh my God, life could not be better. Look at us now. Just look at this world. It's destroyed by everything. The drugs, it's just a horrible world. It's messed up. It's corrupt. The politics, everything. It's just destroyed this world. They lied to you on purpose to make you a happy child going through, your first couple years of school. But no. When you get older, you start realizing these things. Because you realize what your parents are doing at their jobs. They're not, like, having fun. They're not blowing bubbles with their buddies. No, you know what they're doing? They're working their ass off to try to support us. I'm sorry about saying that. I'm so mad that came out. But they cannot, there's no easy way to get by in life. There's no easy way. Looking at my dad, look how much he works for us. He goes to St. Louis, which is 3 hours away, on the weekdays. And we come home on the weekends? Because he got fired from his other job because they're stupid? That's ridiculous. That's how much he's demoted to us, to supporting this family, and I appreciate him for that. I don't appreciate anything else for that. School tries to tell you these things. They try to tell you. They make your life as happy as possible going into the first years of school. Coming into it now, my God, going from elementary to middle school seemed like going from heaven to hell. It's ridiculous. They're so nice to you. And then, you get those teachers that don't care. They don't care. Why would they care? They're doing their job. Exactly what my parents are doing. My mom works at a school. They say, oh yeah, and speaking of which, all of these schools around this district do fundraisers. I'm sure all the people do fundraisers. Because our school has wasted so much money, it's not even funny. It's seriously not. Even though I just rhymed there, it's not funny. I've seen so many things just retarded in here. Before the budget cuts were coming, they were cutting everyone's field trips, which I only got one. I've only had one decent field trip in 2 years. Get that. No, actually it's 3 years. The field trips that I've went on in the 7th grade year were the stupidest possible field trips ever. One of them was to a baseball game, and oh my God, that was horrible. I'm not even gonna get started on just that game, because it was awful. The softball game, that was horrible. That was the worst day of my life. Oh my God, it was awful. I would have to make a separate 1-hour video to that freaking day. It was ridiculous. Oh my God. But so I'm just so mad right now. Just bringing all this stuff back. I can't remember what. Okay, yeah, okay. So there's always. It's just. Oh my God. So they finally, our hallway looked like crap last year. The lockers were destroyed. They literally looked like crap. They were just all dented up and all white. No, they don't take initiative in school spirit down here in the middle school. They don't take initiative into that. And our school is completely run off sports. And if you don't play sports, you're a nobody. You're an outcast in Harrisburg. You're just an outcast. Nobody likes you if you don't play sports. Sports is people's lives. I don't see how you can do that. I've tried sports over the years, like baseball and basketball. They give up on you quicker than anything. If you're not good at something, that's how it goes with everyone. They just give up on you. They say they don't. They say they don't pick favorite people. Even teachers say that, but it's obvious. You can state the obvious. It's so freaking plain to see how people can be treated differently by what gender they are, how good looking they are, how well they treat you. I can understand the treating thing, how people treat you thing, but still, they base it off what they do for the teacher and what grades they get. It's just, our school is just, oh my God. And honestly, thinking about other schools in my district, no, not my district, but where I live, they are probably 10 times worse than where I go to. I've heard so many horrible things about Columbia schools. It's not even funny. Some of the things that go on there. I've seen so many articles of kids trying to kill their teachers. It's not even funny. They try to sneak knives in their backpacks, and there's all the, I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but there's all the blacks and the Asians, and I think they're so freaking cool. The blacks are all gangsters and hang out with their friends and smoke after school. Yeah, you're freaking cool, kids. But, oh my God, the schools don't care about things like that. I drove by my school at night, and there's people standing there smoking right in front of the school. Because nobody cares. All the freaking high school teachers at least play video games. Or they don't have kids, or they're single, or they don't care. They're just trying to do their job. They're trying to make it by. If they would actually, there's a couple decent teachers. All the elementary teachers are dedicated to their students. Now the middle school and the high school teachers are dedicated to their jobs. They're not dedicated to teaching you. They're dedicated to teaching themselves about what they just learned and what money they just made. Exactly. They have a lot of hard work. I'll give the teachers that. Teachers have a lot of work. I'll give them that. But it seems like they blow off their work more than we do. Being honest. They wait till they get, I've seen stacks and stacks and stacks of papers just there. And it says, oh, I need to grade all of them. No, I need to put them all in the grade book. How do you put it off this long? If we have homework and we have to do it every single night, why not you? I can understand you've went through school yourself, but you're redoing your life. You're redoing school because you're a teacher, remember? Oh my God, I am irritated so much right now. There's that one thing that I was thinking of and I can't remember. If I could think of that, I could go on for like 10 minutes on that specific subject. But, what was it? Oh, please think of it. Please come to me. Please. Oh my God, I need this right now. But, I know what something is. It was hilarious how many teachers left middle school after 7th grade. After 7th grade, I went on to summer. I thought I was gonna see the same teachers again. No. There's at least count it, 4 new teachers this year. Because nobody likes people here. The teachers don't like us. They're just trying to figure out what's comfortable for themselves. There was this one kind of getting old teacher, but no, she's done it for 20 years at our school. And she said, no, I'll be back next year. And then one day, she just said, no, I don't want to teach here. I'm like, what? Are you really staying loyal to your job? Or do you really not care that much? And honestly, the pre-algebra teacher this year sucks. If he would take initiative to what? God! He would take initiative and at least trying to handle the situations, I would not hate him. He would be a halfway decent teacher. No, he can't solve anything.